thank you for the opportunity once again to declare unto your people the gospel. We are your people. We are the sheep of your pastor. And whatever you put in my mind, my spirit, that I'll say. Let my flesh decrease, let your spirit increase, that your word may go out free. And according to your will, in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. You can be seated. Thank God for you all this morning. Different ones who go to their fathers, and y'all surprised at me. Amen. Being here, I thank God for all of you. And I'm not going to keep you long. Thank God for the conductor, the deacon, the musicians. Amen. Amen. I thank God for you all. Amen. All of you that are here. Amen. I was asleep last night. And the Spirit of the Lord woke me up. And he woke me up in a weird way. He said to me, who have despised the days of small things. That's from Zechariah, I think. I didn't even get a chance to read it because the baby was still in the glasses on. So I couldn't read it. Amen. But it's on the wall. Scripture said make it plain and put it on the wall, so we have it up there so you can see who has despised. Think about it. The day of small things. In this time of season we have plenty. In these days we have plenty. We have more than we can imagine. More than we can, dream of. So some of us don't know what it's like to have small things. But those of you that have small things, don't hate them. Love them. Now, I just wanted that portion of that because that's the portion that he put in my spirit. The next one says, remember small things. Be faithful with small things. Be thankful. Be grateful for small things. Not, Paul say, that I speak and respect the want. Not wanting anything. For I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Learn how to appreciate whatever you have. Learn how to be content with whatever the Lord send your way. Amen. Whatever the Lord bless you with, learn to appreciate it. Learn to be thankful for it. Learn to be grateful for it. Amen. The next one says, I'm trying to get to my point. His Lord answered, it said unto him, thy wicked and slow for serving. I want you to back up. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I know thee, that thou art an hard man, weeping where thou sowest, but I has not sown, and gathering where thou hast not sowed, or stored. God gave him small things. If you read up farther, you find that he gave 10 talents, 5 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. The 1 talent is considered to be small thing, and sometimes we are greedy, we want more. Sometimes we look at the other person's gift, we look at the other person's talent, or we look at what other people have and try to be like the Jones. You don't know what the Jones go through with to accomplish what they have. So here, Jesus is talking here, he said, that he made the parable, he said that I gave talent, but I gave 1. I just want to focus on the 1. I gave him 1. And when I gave him this 1, he said, Then he which received 1 talent came and said, Lord, making excuses, I know that you weep where you have not sown. I know whatever you set out to do, you accomplish it. 25th verse says, and I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Because God gives you small things. Because you don't have like everybody else. Because you don't accomplish like everybody else. Don't be afraid. This man said, I was afraid. I took that 1 talent, that 1 gift. Whatever God has blessed you, may bless you to be a great singer, great musician, great reader, great poet, great seer. You may just have a smile, a look. Whatever he has blessed you with, even if it's just that 1 teeth, learn to be grateful. Learn to be thankful. Learn to honor God with whatever he has blessed you with, because the Lord has a way of doing things. He may give this one more and give you less. And if he gives you more, you may lose out with him because you got more. Some of us are so blessed too, we don't have time for God. We don't really need God, in a sense. This young man took that 1 talent and hid. Thinking about the ones that had the 2 and the 5, they put theirs into use. He hid his, dug a hole, put it in the ground like some of us are doing with our gifts, our callings, our talents. Sometimes we go to places where we cannot be free. We cannot serve God the way we want to serve him. Sometimes there's no room. But whatever the excuse may be, amen, don't despise the day of small things. He said, and I was afraid, and went and hid the talent, what God had given him, in the earth. You stop and think about whatever gifts, callings, or talents that you have, God gave them to you. A lot of the younger singers are gone on, and God will judge them, but they had talents that come from God. Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, and on and on. Every good and perfect gift comes from God. Every great talent comes from God. Amen. You may be a great listener. You may be one that just work wherever your hand finds to do. Do it with all your might. Be proud to do it. Be grateful to do it. Be thankful to do it. Go in the field and work. Jesus said whatever is right, he'll give. Amen. Take the little thing. Don't bury it. Now, he used the excuse that I was afraid. Number 1, he knew God gonna prosper whatever he do. However he use you, he may use one greater, may use one lesser, but whatever state that he used you in, learn to be grateful. Because God gonna pay you, God gonna reward you, God gonna give you what's rightfully due you. I may not be able to preach like Paul. I may not be able to sing like an angel. But I can tell whatever goodness that God has done in my heart. You can talk about whatever God has done for you. Learn to be grateful. This man said, I was afraid, I took your talent, I hid it in the earth. And verse 26 says, his Lord answered and said unto him, thy wicked. You take your talents if you want to. You take your gifts, whatever that can be used for the glory and honor of God, You take it and you hide it, or you sit down with it, or you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Now, if I was going to preach, and I'm not, because I'm not feeling like doing it, that message will be, use it or lose it. This is what happened to the young man before that 1 talent came. The 5 and the 2 talent, God multiplied. And he said to them, well done. He gave them more. But the one that had the less felt like, okay, I'm not the greatest. I'm not the best. What I'm doing, it's not important. I have my songs, my talents, my gifts. It's not important. I can't do it like so I can't beat the drums like Chris. Amen. I can't play music like Brother Dante. Amen. I sure can't use the computer like Ralph. I can't sing like Yana. And I can't look like you all. So I'm going to take bonds and I'm going to hide it. Because I want to hold on to it. I want to save it. Who has despised the days of small things? You know how God looked at him and the way he'll look at you if you're caught in those areas? You wicked. He said, thou wicked and slow for serving. You know. Now, you didn't admit that I'm going to accomplish the things that I set out to do, with or without you, whether you use it or not. God's plan going to go on, whether you do your part or not. So he said, you wicked servant, you slothful. You know where I'm going to accomplish what I set out to do. So why you just didn't put it out to use? Give me the next scripture. Thou ought therefore to have put my money to exchange. You should have took the talent and the gift that God gave you and used it. I've been in the ministry ever since I can remember. And I've seen it rise, fall, I've seen it come and go. You think I give up? I meant it to death, called me out here. Amen. And just the notice I want to serve you. I don't get jealous of those things. I thank God for here. I don't try to be like nobody else. I try to be like God wants me to be. If I have small things, I don't have a lot to worry about. People that have nice homes, cars, furniture, money, they have to always be on the watch out. Somebody's going to rob them. Somebody's going to take from them. Somebody's going to break in. Somebody's going to steal. They got big things. But when you got small things, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. If they get it, they ain't got much of nothing anyway. So what good is going to do it? But who have despised that? That young man took the gift that God gave him and buried it. Not that God's going to be in want, according to Apostle Paul, because the earth is the Lord, the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwells therein. Cows on 1,000 hills belongs to him, and if he was hungry, he wouldn't tell you. So he's going to get what he wants, one way or another. And if you don't do it, he got somebody else that would. You wicked and slow for serving, he said. You should have put my money to exchange. And then at my coming, I would have received my own with usury. They taught us in school, and I'm almost finished, that nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You can't get something out of nothing. Now, this is why faith cometh by hearing. Let me put some faith in your ear. God stepped out on nothing and said, let there be. And something came into existence. So if God can take nothing and make something out of it, what do you think he can do with the gift and the talent that you have? Songster said, I may not be the best of everything. I may not have the best in anything. Sometimes I may feel that I'm the least of all. But I know someone who has everything. Someone is our everything. And I'm happy to know he's mine. Take the gift that God given you. Take the talent that God given you, whether it's great or small, and use it. So the Lord said, therefore, the Lord said, take the talent from him. He go and dig it up when the Lord comes. You stop and think one day the Lord's going to call every one of us. Scripture said we all going to have to stand before the judgment seat of Christ. And all of us going to have to give an account of whatever God has given us. Don't worry about how great somebody else used theirs. Don't worry about what somebody else got. Take what you have. Use what you got. It don't take a whole lot. Let me tell you, Moses didn't have a lot of faith when he stretched out his rod. He just used what he had. Peter didn't have a lot when he stepped on the water. He just used what he had. Jesus didn't have a lot. When he spoke the word, he used what he had. Whatever God gives you, take that and be content with it. And use it to the best of your ability. I can't sing like the angel, but I make the angel think I can sing. Amen. I can't preach like Paul, but I'll sure give him a run for his preaching. Amen. Whatever God has given you, use it. And so Jesus said, take that talent from him, give it to the one that has more. You sit around looking at the person that's blessed and prosperous, and you don't do nothing with yours because yours don't seem to be nothing. When God come here, take that and give it to the one you're looking at. The one that is doing something with it. The Lord gives seeds to the sower. For unto everyone that has shall be given. And he shall have abundance. But from him that has not, it shall be taken away. You have a little, you don't do what you ought to do with it. You sit there when opportunity comes for you to do something with it. You don't have the spirit to do it. You don't know how to do it. You don't know your anointing that God had given you to do. God had given that young man one talent. That talent was just as important to God as the one that he gave the 5 to. The one he gave the 2 to. If God gave you to be a listener, let me tell you something, your ears is just as important as your feet. Your feet cannot do what your hand is supposed to do. But if the feet have to fit in for the hands, it will. But you would look very funny, mighty funny, to come walking in here on your hands and you got feet. The feet is the small thing that we put the whole load on. But they're just as important as the head. We'll take time up and we'll fix our face up, we'll fix our hair up, and we'll get our beards neat and trimmed. And then put on the tightest shoes we can find sometimes. And if you're like me, you're carrying almost 300 pounds on the feet. But you never hear the feet complain. No matter how bad it hurts, they don't complain. Let me tell you something, your mouth will complain before your feet will. Your feet be hurting, your feet ain't gonna say nothing. You can thump them, you can take and beat them. They're the least of the member of your body that we consider who has despised the days of small things. Now, you don't take care of your feet like you take care of your head, because you don't consider them to be as important as the head. But lose them. Let them cut them off. The small thing that we bestow a lot upon. The small things is just as important as the great things. Take his talent, give it to the one that have more. And this is what I want you to do to that servant that didn't do nothing with it. Cast him into our darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. He don't deserve nothing I have if he don't learn to appreciate what I've given him. How can you master something great and you haven't learned to master nothing small? Who has despised the day of small things? 31st verse says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then he shall set up on the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, everybody that have gifts, talents, callings. Some of us know that the Lord has called us into something. He may have called you to fix hair. Some people can cut hair so good. I mean, can't nobody cut hair better than them. Can't nobody style hair better than them. Somebody may wash dishes. You know, you got people don't know how to wash dishes. Don't know how to make up a bed. If the Lord has blessed you with whatever, you may not be the preacher, but the doorkeeper is just as important. Just imagine if they'd had a doorkeeper at the door when they come into the temple, when they came into the church and shot up those people. Imagine if they would have had a good watchman at the door when a young man killed all those people in other states. Don't despise small things. Take whatever God has given you. Be appreciated. Thank God. Don't let no one talk you down. Don't let no one take it from you. Don't let no one discourage you. I'll come in here and if it's one person, I'm just as encouraged as if it's full. And if the Lord took me now and put me over in Osteen, I'm using him for example, in his position, I may make a mess of things. I may destroy a lot of people. Now, if God took Osteen and put him here, Osteen may look around at these chairs and say, I'm out of here. So the Lord knows how to tamper with things. He knows how to give gifts to people. He knows how to give gifts to men. He knows how to give talents to us all. Whether they great or small in our eyes, in the eyes of God, they are the same. Because he has given it to you for a reason. I can sit and I can fellowship with every one of you all. take my time out and just talk and laugh, and then get up and go to bed. No, Osteen can't do that. He can't fellowship with all those people. He have to do it over the pulpit. So understanding what I'm saying, God gives small things sometimes to reach small people. School system have what, pre-K now, I think pre-K is the lowest, up to far as you want to go after the 12th grade. And the pre-K may be a genius in mind, but they don't know what the 12th grader knows. You have to have pre-K teacher, first grade teacher, all the way up. And all of it's just as important because they're all doing the same thing. Educating. Take the gift God gave you. Take the talent God gave you. Use it. Use it to the best of your ability because the main thing you want to hear him say. Y'all know what you want to hear him say? Oh, y'all can talk to me. I just want to hear him say, well done. He can leave the good and faith out. I just want to hear him say, well done. I don't deserve to, to be good and faithful because there's none good but God. But I just want to hear him say, well done. Thy good and faithful servant, he said to this young man that had one time. Come on in. You've been faithful with few things. See, ain't worried about a lot of things. Ain't worried about no big things. You've been faithful with few things. You've been faithful with what you have. I get on the music and I have to stop because I can't keep up. But I'm grateful for that. I can clap my hand. I may not be able to clap like you. I can pat my feet. I may not be able to do it like you. Be grateful for what you have. Appreciate what you have. Thank God for what you have. Who has despised the days of small things? Clap your hand and give God the praise.